3, 2, 1, and action. Hey guys! What's up mga kuliglig? Finally, nagkaroon na ako ng lakas ng loob para sagutin ang mga katanungan nyo. At kung isa ka sa mga frequently nag-a-ask sa akin ng questions on YouTube, on Facebook, kung saan man, you might wanna stick around dahil baka isa na ang tanong mo sa mga questions na sasagutin natin sa video na to. So, let's do this! Logo reveal. Game. Question number 1. Galing kay Super Kiana _18. Okay? Kailan nyo po na-discover yung talent nyo sa pagsusulat? It's quite a tricky question to answer, no? Kasi I don't think it's like a talent na na-discover ko like one time, big time, parang wow, kaya ko palang gawin to or na-discover ko yung talent. But I think it's more of like a process. It's a skill na na-hone ko through time. It's more of like dinevelop ko siya throughout the years. Like it took me a long time before I came to a point na confident na ako sa pagsulat ko. And to prove that point, I have here these 2 pieces of paper. Sobrang tagal na nito. I think these are 19 years old kasi may date po dyan, no? Kung nakikita nyo nakasulat doon. June 30, 2000. At ito po ay 2 tula na sinulat ko. May illustrations pa po yan, kung makikita nyo, may mga drawing pa. Basahin natin yung isa. Remember, I wrote this mga 2000, so I think I was around 8 years old during that time. Yeah. By Brian Villavicencio, grade 2, Ruby. Okay. So sabi dito, ang title nito ay My Poem. Wow. Sige, sabi niya, when we were kids, we have our kicks. We played some games, we played some tricks. We braked some rules, we braked some toys. We make some inventions, making noise. Wow, napaka-profound, amazing. Obviously, hindi ako ang pinakamagaling sa grammar nung ako ay grade 2. Sabi ko doon, braked. Alam naman nating lahat na ang past tense ng break ay broke. Wale. If I'm not mistaken, tong piece na to ay kinopya ko lang. Kinopya ko lang to sa isang English textbook. I grew up in Saudi Arabia and unlike kung lumaki ka dito sa Pilipinas, I know nung bata ka, you would play around sa bakuran nyo or sa labas ng bahay nyo. But back then, talagang indoor games lang kami, no? Kasi wala naman kami masyadong nakakalaro doon. So what we would do, we would stay indoors and books were really some of the best friends that I made during that time. And doon ko na-discover yung fascination ko for poetry. Kasi may mga libro doon na may mga poems. What I discovered is hindi yung talent but my love for poetry. In fact, meron pa akong isang nasulat dito at eto medyo R18 to, no? So I think after ko sinulat yon, dumiretso ako dito. Okay, ang title nito ay My Clothes. Sabi dito, here are the flies who borrowed my ties. Here is the moth who teared up my cloth. Yan na naman yung mga past tense natin. Third line. Here is the cat who sat on my hat. Here is the goat who get my coat. Here is the goose who borrowed my shoes. And here is me. Actually, ito po yung inspiration ng Barrel Man sa Baguio. Nung na-discover po nila tong tula na to, naisip nila, uy, gawa kaya tayo ng Barrel Man. So, ito yun. Dito siya nanggaling. Wale. All that to say, okay, na as early as 8 years old, or nung grade 2 ako, I was exposed to these poetry pieces that really inspired me to write my own. Actually, itong mga to, kinopya ko lang talaga to sa mga libro. Ganun naman pag nagsisimula ka talaga, kokopya ka talaga sa mga things that would inspire you. So umpisa talaga mangokopya ka talaga. But eventually, dahil may love ka for the craft and you love doing these things, or in my case, I loved poetry. Eventually, I learned kung paano magsulat ng sarili kong mga tula. So, I think ganun yung parang naging journey ko. Na-discover ko, nagusto ko ng tula, kumopya ako, nag-perform ako ng mga tula sa mga oration contest, mga declamation contest. And then eventually, I learned kung paano magsulat ng mga sarili kong pyesa. It was really years and years of practice. So, kung gusto mong maging magaling na spoken word poet or spoken word artist, I suggest na simulan mo na ngayon. Magsulat ka. Sulat lang ng sulat. So, I hope na nasagot ko yung tanong, no? Question number 2. from underscore Clariza. Who is your favorite international or / foreign spoken word artist? So marami akong pinapakinggan ng mga international spoken word poets. Usually nakikinig ako sa Button Poetry. You can check them out, their channel. Meron silang channel here on YouTube. Pero top of my head, kung pagbabasihan natin ay yung watch history ko sa YouTube at yung downloads page ko sa YouTube, I think the answer to that question is none other than Anis Mojgani. Anis, ano daw? Star Anis? Walay. So, this is probably the first time na narinig niyo yung pangalan na yun. But, ako, nung na-discover ko siya on YouTube, si Anis Mojgani, I really fell in love with his poetry. Kung gusto mo siyang pakinggan ngayon, search mo lang siya. Ang first piece na narinig ko from him is Shake the Dust. But, yung all-time favorite ko is probably Come Closer. So, check that out. Come Closer by Anis Mojgani. Question number 3. Paano po kayo natutong gumamit ng malalalim na Tagalog? Sinento ni Jane.pg. Paano ako natutong gumamit ng malalalim na Tagalog? I grew up in Saudi Arabia. Okay? Doon ako nag-elementary, doon ako nag-high school. I just came back to the Philippines nung nag-college na ako. So, a lot of people are asking, bakit ang galing mong gumamit ng malalim na Tagalog? My answer to that is 2 words. Okay? 2 salita na sasagot sa tanong na yan. At yun ay Google Translate. Google Translate. I'll probably make a separate video on that. Mas comfortable talaga akong nag-share in English. Pero dahil alam ko na mas madaling i-appreciate yung Tagalog na spoken word poetry kesa sa English kasi mas madali siyang intindihin. That's the reason why I pursued Tagalog spoken word poetry. At dahil hindi nga ako magaling, gumagamit ako ng Google Translate. Yun lang yun. And commercial break muna tayo, guys. So before we move on to the next question, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo, if you guys have been following me on Facebook, you would know na a few days ago I shared a poll. I was asking you guys kung G ba kayo sa mga tutorial videos, and I heard you guys. Okay, narinig ko ang inyong mga responses, and I would like to inform you na in the next coming weeks and months, I would be releasing videos, sharing my process, sharing tips, sharing tutorials, okay, kung paano ko ginagawa yung mga spoken word pieces ko. So if you are in for that, okay, if you're excited for that, I hope that you guys subscribe to this channel and ring the bell icon so you get notified kapag lumabas na yung mga videos na yan. So, without further ado, question number 4. Fourth question, tama ba? Pangapat na ba to? Fourth question. Okay. Galing to kay, how do you read this? Zani _ Santulan. Okay. Zani Santulan. Okay. Sabi niya, saan po kayo kumukuha ng inspirasyon sa mga spoken word nyo? There's actually a simple answer to that question, and that is everywhere. That's just it. Kahit saan. Okay? For example, the last piece na sinulat ko, ang gubat, ang apoy at ang tula, obviously inspired by what's happening sa Amazon rainforest. Yung sumunod doon, alauna, was inspired by this one time na nagsusulat ako ng tula at 1 a.m. and wala talagang pumapasok sa isip ko. So frustrated na ako noon kasi writer's block diba? So what I did during that time, instead of me fighting against writer's block, I used it as inspiration for the piece. So yung alauna is an entire piece written inspired by writer's block. Perfectong Pangako Part 1 and 2 inspired by the Genesis story in the Bible. Sana one of the earliest pieces ng mga sinulat ko way back 2016, I think. This was inspired by pieces by Anis Mojgani, Star Anis, Walay. But also there are parts of that poem na galing sa scripture from the Bible. For example, yung Akyat Panaog, it was inspired by that feeling nung first time kong umakyat ng bundok. I remember the feeling na talagang nung first time mong makonquer yung isang bundok. I tried to encapsulate that into one poem, and yun, pinanganak yung Akyat Panaog, and many more. Okay, so you can go through my whole list of spoken word pieces, and you would discover na yung inspiration ko for many of these galing lang talaga siya sa kung saan-saan. And the best ones that I have, I mean, the best pieces na nirelease ko are probably those ones na pinaka-personal to me. Ito yung mga pyesa na talagang totoo sila sa akin. Inspiration for poetry is everywhere. After all, yun naman talaga yung poetry eh. If there's something that really struck you, or something that really inspires you, or something that really moves you emotionally, if there's something that you're passionate about, write about that. Ito, question number 5. Probably the last for this video. Marka_continues asks, sino po ang nagturo or nag-inspire sa inyong magsulat at magtanghal? Actually, sobrang daming tao. This is not just one person. It's a collective inspiration of a lot of people. So, nabanggit ko kanina si Anis Mojgani. I'd probably make a separate video of all the spoken word poets na pinapakinggan ko, just so you would know yung mga influences ko when it comes to these things. Dati ko pa talaga gustong magsulat ng sarili kong piece, pero akala ko kasi dati hindi magbo-boom sa Philippines yung spoken word poetry dahil yung mga napapanood ko is all happening international, pero wala pa akong nakikita during that time, wala pa akong nakikita na spoken word community dito sa Pilipinas. And then, na-discover ko nga yung Words Anonymous, na-discover ko yung Doxa, na-discover ko yung Upward Project. Doon talaga siya nagsimula. Nung na-realize ko na posible pala dito sa Pilipinas, so I tried my best. Nagsulat ako ng mga piyesa ko, I shared them, and the rest is history. Hindi ko sure kung nasagot ko yung tanong, no? Pero basically, yun yung parang ganun yung naging journey ko. Last question, pahabol lang, may nagtatanong galing sa labas, no? Sabi, bakit daw ako nakasombrero habang nag-shoot ako ngayon? And the simple answer to that question is dahil hindi pa ako naliligo. Alright. So, sobrang dami pa pong mga tanong that is left unanswered, pero at least for this episode, I hope na meron kayong natutunan dun sa 5 questions na sinagutan natin. I hope that I was able to share with you something of value by answering those 5 questions. So if you guys, okay, kung meron kayong burning question in your heart na gusto nyong malaman about my process of writing spoken word poetry or about my journey, post your comments on the questions. Post your questions on the comment section below. Lagi ko pong binabasa lahat, each and every comment na nilalagay nyo sa mga videos ko. Thank you so much guys for supporting this channel. I'm excited to release more and more spoken word poems for you guys. So don't forget, okay, to like and subscribe so you are updated kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa channel na to. Hit the bell button kung gusto nyo ma-notify kung meron tayong bagong question and answer video or kung meron tayong release ng spoken word poem. Do that, okay? So guys, I'll see you around. Cut. End screen.